He's right on time.
Oh, good.
Good morning, James. Come on in.
Good morning, Miss Chandra. Nice to see you again.
Yes, likewise. Thanks for coming in.
You're most welcome, and thank you.
James, I'd like you to meet Bob Johnson, Manager of Environmental Projects.
How do you do?
Very well, thank you. Nice to meet you, Mr. Johnson.
And Joseph Cardinal, our Compliance Manager.
Welcome. I won't shake your hand. I've got a cold.
Oh, Mr. Cardinal, tell me about it. I've only just got over one myself. It's that time of year, isn't it?
Make yourself comfortable, James.
Thank you.
Can I get you something to drink? Tea, coffee, a glass of water, maybe?
I'd like a glass of water, thank you.
So, any trouble parking?
I had to drive around the block a couple of times, but not a problem for me, really.
Good. Parking around here can be wicked.
Thank you.
When we last spoke, you said you were on your way to the mountains to play golf. How was your weekend?
Oh, we had a splendid time, despite a rather tense encounter with the bull elk.
What happened?
Well, what first springs to mind couldn't be spoken of here. Let me just say, I was so unfortunate as to find myself between a bull and a female whilst I was looking for my golf ball in the trees. I took the coward's way out, meekly retreating and conceding victory to the bull.
Well, all's well that ends well.
Oh, indeed, it's all about survival, isn't it?
And I guess that's a good point to begin the formal part of the interview. James, we're going to ask you some questions, and when we're finished, you'll have an opportunity to ask your own. Bob, you want to start it off for us?
Sure. Okay, James, can you tell us what motivates you to work for our company?
Well, first of all, I am quite familiar with your general operations. You have a rather good reputation, both nationally and internationally. And as you can see from my resume, I have quite a decent technical and managerial record, particularly abroad, which could fit in rather well with your vision for the future.
Good. Okay, question two. Tell us what interests you in this position with our environmental services as a senior project team leader. How does it align with your career goals?
Well, my time at Oxford and the London School of Economics imbued me with a clear understanding of the requirements of leadership, action planning and implementation based on data, creating fair outcomes and treating one's team decently. If you're looking to be a respectable leader, then I'd say a combination of these is essential. As for my personal career goals, you're well established for a North American outfit. I look forward to joining your leadership team. I believe I have more than a small contribution to make to your company, particularly in engineering analysis and design.
Okay, moving right along then. Joseph?
Can you describe a recent time where you had to motivate your team members to complete a project on time and on budget? What approach did you use?
Let me see now. Yes. In the last project I was involved in, the situation in Europe compelled us to cut back on the number of employees, which in turn presented difficulties in terms of meeting our time objectives. Most problems can be resolved with a dash of common sense, wouldn't you agree? Now, what was the solution? I drew up a tight schedule, set up clear goals, and I encouraged each member of the team to take responsibility for completion of one phase of the project. In this way, both our revised time and financial objectives were fulfilled in quite a satisfactory and timely manner, and the team members were recognised for their individual hard work and successes.
Good. And now, James, can you give us an example of a recent time when you managed conflict among team members? What did you do? What was the outcome? And would you do anything differently next time? That sort of thing.
I suppose I could elaborate on the situation with the bull elk, but I don't suppose that's the sort of example you're looking for.
No, but we promised to take that into account.
Let's see now. Over the years, there have been a number of touchy instances. A recent one involved our water resources engineer from India and our Belgian biologist. We ran a hydrologic analysis, and whilst they both agreed on the validity of the numbers, they strongly disagreed on the interpretation of the data. Without a clear view of the environmental risks, the project was at a standstill. What did I do? I shut the two malcontents in a room together and left them to sort it out. I'm not sure they ended up as friends, but they did come up with an acceptable proposal. What would I have done differently? I'd have locked them up a good deal sooner.
Okay, Sashi, you're up.
Thank you, Bob. Okay, one last question. Could you tell us what makes you a good candidate for this position?
Well, Ms. Chandra, I believe that my educational qualifications are fairly decent, Oxbridge and the LSE and all. I believe that my recent experience, particularly in London and Geneva, would make me a highly suitable and, if I may say, profitable addition to your existing team.
Thank you. We've asked you a lot of questions. Do you have one for us?
I have two, if you don't mind. Firstly, I wonder if you could outline for me what advancement opportunities exist for someone with my skills and experience.
Bob, you want to take this?
Sure. This is a company where loyalty and hard work are rewarded. We have excellent opportunities for advancements in both the technical field and in management. And I'm sure you'll find that our salary range is more than competitive.
And your second question?
When could I expect to hear back from you?
A week from today at the latest.
Superb. Ms. Chandra, gentlemen, thank you so much for your time and attention.
Nice meeting you, James.
Mr. Johnson, Mr. Cardinal, thank you.
Thank you for coming in. Like I said, we'll be in touch sometime next week.
Certainly my pleasure. Thank you.